This video is brought to you by Iona, North America's premier charging network. With unmatched commitment to elevating the customer experience, Iona is opening America's roads to all EVs, giving drivers the coverage they need, the reliability they deserve, and the amenities they crave. Hello and welcome to another Out of Spec Reviews video. If you haven't checked out our previous video, we just went through I would say, brand new factory here at Lightship RV in Colorado. We are not far away from the Out of Spec hub, which is super exciting to see cool stuff being built in Colorado. So I'm going to go into this assuming you already know this travel trailer is a collapsible or expandable, basically RV living space designed to improve efficiency going down the road. Now, as people who drive electric and diesel trucks, I'm always liking efficiency and cool technology. This trailer not only collapses for efficiency, it actually has a battery pack and an electric drive unit in there to help, I would say, counteract the losses of pulling a trailer, which is really intriguing to me as someone who tows a lot with electric trucks. Well, I've never seen anyone on YouTube, and I'm fairly sure we are the first media to get to tow the Lightship RV and experience what that TrekDrive system is like, essentially providing a little bit of, I would say, force or motive force going down the road to offset the losses while towing a trailer, but it can also do some cool things, providing a boost of acceleration or regenning to charge up the battery in the trailer to provide stability or power at the campsite. So many possibilities here. This is the first drive of the Lightship RV. Let's get into it. Before we head out on the road with the Lightship RV, let's talk about the tow vehicle. This is something you guys will be very familiar with here on this channel. This is a Generation 2 Rivian R1T dual motor max pack, so around 140 kilowatt hours usable, 2 individual motors, and can tow 11,000 pounds. Now, the weight of this trailer dry, Ben, what do you think this thing weighs at?
Well, this is one of the pre-production prototypes, so it's probably just over 8,000. The Atmos production vehicle is about 7,200 dry.
Oh, wow.
So what we're pulling today will be indicative of a fully loaded Lightship.
Very cool. Yeah, and we're not going to do any hardcore like efficiency or range testing today, but soon we're going to run it and see how it does in the coming months.
Let's do it.
Okay, can't wait for that. Let's talk about the connection point to the truck, because I think a lot of people will have questions about how do you actually get this to know when to apply power, when to apply regen. How does that kind of work?
Mm-hmm. It's in some ways it's like an e-bike system, but technically very different. The way that it works is that we have a force sensor that we've developed that sits just behind the hitch under that green cover there.
And we showed it in the factory tour video. Yep.
And the green cover's actually gone away for the production version, so we show off the...
Oh, really?
The tech.
So in the serial one, this won't be here. You'll actually see the force unit.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. And so we're always measuring the force between the truck and the trailer. What we can do with that is know that if the trailer is applying a tension force on the truck, so it's trying to pull it back, then that information gets sent to our drive unit controller, which then tells the motor spin up to help the truck. The same thing works in reverse. So if we are measuring a pushing force, a compressive force between the truck and the trailer, as you might if you're either braking or going downhill, now the motor knows to go into regen to keep zero force on the hitch. So from the perspective of the truck, the trailer is almost weightless, and you get a really nice kind of performance feel out of that. Sometimes you literally forget that the trailer is back there. It tracks super stably behind you, and you get awesome fuel economy or range benefits from it. Right, because this trailer is designed to be towed with gas, diesel, electric, hydrogen, unicorn, farts, whatever you want to tow it with. Even those, yeah. Yep, exactly. Very cool. I would imagine when you're in that sort of coasting state, when the motor's providing some torque, the truck's pulling it along, and you have that sort of zero pull state, is it hard to tune for that? Do you always need to have some torque on the trailer? How does that work? Yeah, you'll see this in some of the towing data that we just released as well. What we actually do is, on average, we keep a very light pulling force on the hitch, tens of pounds, a small amount. We do that because we never want to overshoot and push the truck. We always want to keep just a little bit of tension on it. The net result from a towing efficiency standpoint is that with TrekDrive enabled, your truck will get 5 or at worst 10% worse fuel economy or range than just traveling unladen.
And I think that's so smart and so cool, because one of the issues, I guess, early on, I've been following this project early, was I was so confused on how you were going to tie in with the vehicle systems and get the manufacturers to approve getting you access to the CAN or the Ethernet loops and all that proprietary stuff. This could just work behind anything.
Yeah, totally. And I should say that, it's compatible with everything. It was very non-trivial to build a system like this that is functionally safe to an automotive standard, meaning we used an automotive ISO standard as our guideline for developing this, the 26262 standard, for the real wonks out there. And while the force sensor, which itself is redundant, we have multiple load pins in there, is the primary piece of information. We also have backup sensors that are measuring things like wheel speed or inertial measurements like acceleration or twist.
Yep.
We integrate all of that sensor data together into a physics-based model of this system, meaning the truck plus the trailer, and then decide what to do. And that's it's so different than just treating this like a college project and doing a really simple controller that, yes, will work, but it will not work in all conditions.
Yes, safety is a huge factor here.
Yeah, we wanted to build a robust control system that is able to take the demands of the real world and frankly the uncertainty of the real world and always operate safely for the person towing.
So you've got accelerometers, you've got almost your own little ESP module in there, essentially. Right. So if you have sway, the trailer can help that. Yep. And then the truck also has sway control, or at least many trucks do. And so hopefully sway should be really reduced with a system like this.
I think the what we'll show today, which is that sort of performance and range benefit, is the tip of the spear for what TrekDrive will be able to do. I think there's an expanded envelope of features that we will roll out over time that will make this better and better. Safety, performance, efficiency, all of them will be improved by TrekDrive.
Now, TrekDrive obviously works perfectly with the Lightship RV, but is that something that you could even put on other trailers that you could sell in the future? Is that a plan? What's your thought on that?
Yeah, it'd be a commercial decision for us, but technically it's absolutely feasible.
Yeah, it would work with any trailer as long as it's integrated from the factory, which with the growing number of electric trucks, charging stations, and this is kind of the perfect use case with it because you can charge it up at the campsite, which is nice. Mm-hmm. But I could see so many applications for trailers wanting electric motors and powertrain.
Yeah, and we have a lot of confidence in the awesomeness of the whole product, and that confidence also means that we're not scared of partnerships. You know, Toby's and my goal in doing this is bring awesome electrification technology and great forward-thinking design to the world, to the kind of the RVing and trailering world writ large, and we want to make friends along the way to keep expanding our impact and reach.
Yeah, love to hear it. I think it's super cool. So let's talk about the actual powertrain of this. So we've got 140 kilowatt hours in the truck, in this particular truck.
Yep.
We have 78 kilowatt hours gross, 72 usable.
Right.
LFP cells in the Lightship, which is honestly a pretty big battery, but maybe you can speak to why you sized the battery there. You're a real battery nerd. If our audience don't know, watch our previous video. But maybe you can say why the compromise, because of course weight goes up, cost goes up with bigger batteries. Why about 75-ish kilowatt hours?
Yeah, I mean, where we've gotten to with the TrekDrive system is basically double your range, no compromises. You get twice the range, twice the fuel economy from what we've built. One of my starting points, originally coming from the EV world, was wanting to build a trailer that could be pulled by an electric vehicle for up to and over 300 miles. The truck itself, an EV truck, can only do about 300 miles highway cruising.
Yeah.
So that means the trailer needed to be able to fully support itself for those 300 miles as well, so that it wouldn't degrade the range of the truck. So that was kind of the starting point. The target was, how do we make this thing effectively propel itself for 300 miles? The approach that we took was first to focus on passive efficiency, make a trailer that is as aerodynamic and low drag as possible, because only in making it very passively efficient could we put a relatively small battery on board and achieve that range that I'm talking about. So to get to that point, to make this thing propel itself for around 300 miles, and do so with a reasonably sized battery pack, we needed to make it, in the end, around as drag efficient as an EV passenger car, a sedan.
Right.
Even this, in our testing at highway cruising speeds, adds around 250 watt hours per mile of additional drag to the truck, which is the same as a Model 3 or a Model Y cruising on the highway. So this needed to be as efficient as a passenger sedan, a very efficient passenger sedan, in order to put a passenger sedan sized battery on board and use it to propel for about 300 miles. And happy to say that we've achieved that.
Yeah, I can't wait to show that when we have more time in an upcoming video to do a little highway test. That'll be really cool.
Look forward to that.
The motor, is it powering a single axle or two axles? How powerful is the motor? Is there a boost profile? Is it air cooled? Tell us about this.
I'll tell you all about it. It's just the rear axle. So it's a dual axle trailer for safety's sake. If you have a blowout, you're going to want that other axle for a trailer of this size.
Totally.
Just the rear axle gets the drive unit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a consolidated 3-in-1 drive unit pulled from a high volume automotive program.
Induction motor, so it can free spin?
This one is a PM,
Okay.
A permanent magnet machine, which we then electrically disconnect from the system in order to freewheel. But we're still iterating on the technology, and I think there may be future iterations that are built on different architectures.
Interesting.
There's sense to what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's an automotive drive unit it's the front drive unit in a passenger car, high volume passenger car. It's liquid cooled.
Oh,
as well.
cool. Okay.
Yep. So it's tied into the ethylene glycol water coolant system, the same one that the battery pack and the inverter that's stacked on top of the drive unit.
So shared loops throughout the whole vehicle, and there's a heat pump and heat scavenging, which a car, which is crazy to think about in an RV.
Yep. Because it's an inboard packaged drive unit, we have two half shafts that, we can probably look underneath if you want to see it.
Yeah, let's get a little...
Two half shafts that come out to the rear wheels there, so you can see it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Packaged down low, and the half shafts go to the rear axle. Had to do a lot of custom engineering to make a trailer axle capable of being driven as well, and that's been part of what we've overcome.
Do you have any recommendations for loading the trailer in terms of, sometimes you would almost have the trailer face a little down for a tiny bit more tongue weight for safety. Mm-hmm. In this case, with it being rear drive, you probably want a little bit more weight on the rear. What's the recommendation?
In our experience, no different than any other. We typically tow flat.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And flat is actually where you get the best aerodynamic performance as well, because you get a little bit of a sail effect if you're tilted,
sure,
up or down. So yeah, flat tow.
Okay, very cool. And
but in our experience too, it's not very sensitive. If you're a couple degrees off, porpoising high or low,
it should be okay.
Yeah.
Tongue weight on this thing, about 700 pounds. What is it?
Just over 800s.
800 pounds, yeah. Yep. And that's well within the range of pretty much any electric truck of taking.
Yeah.
I believe this is somewhere around 1,100 or 1,200 pounds of tongue weight that it can accept. Of course, that goes against your payload, but Rivians have pretty good payload. Mm-hmm. So should be good there. Let's show everyone the panel on the other side for charging.
Sure.
Because I think that's an interesting idea here, which is you don't necessarily have to charge this to drag it around. It can just get its benefit of range on the full charge, but I assume there's some sort of hold charge mode if you want to keep the energy in there for dry camping.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's take a look in here, Ben.
Yeah, so North American Charging Standard, NACS, native. This is, you can level 1, level 2, or level 3 DC fast charge from here. How fast is the onboard charger? Like 40 amps, 48 amps? Yeah, the OBC, it is able to export about 10 kilowatts. I know I actually have to get back to you on this, because I know the charger is capable of doing up to 80 amp.
Oh, okay. So you can do 19.2 kilowatt.
But there may be I'm forgetting right now if there's another bottleneck. in the system somewhere that reduces it a little bit, but the charger is 19.2.
Okay, but regardless, even 70 kilowatt hours, even if you're getting 10 kilowatts, I mean, that thing's full, in a few hours.
Yeah, the thing that matters is you'll, either you have a 240 volt charger at your house, or if you go to an RV campground, it probably has a 240 volt hookup. And let's say you pull in the afternoon, almost dead, because you've used TrekDrive on your whole drive. By the time you leave in the morning, next morning, you're full.
Yeah, you're topped up. And of course, you do support DC charging as well. What does that look like? If you're charging, I guess what would be interesting is some vehicles have their charge port right here. And it would be really easy to get to a pull-through site and plug in the truck in some cases, and also the trailer.
Yep.
When you're able to do that, that would be the best for efficiency on the road. How does it work with this in terms of charging performance?
Yeah. And it was a matter of much debate within Lightship where we would put the charge port, because we're doing something totally new here. There were, we debated, do we put it on the rear bumper? Do we put it somewhere in the body? But then you'd need to access it through the canopy.
Oh, interesting.
Right? Through this part.
Yeah.
We didn't really want to do.
Yeah, no.
And then it dawned on us that we should put it up front here. It's the most ergonomic and it's closest to the truck for those fast charging stops where you may not need to unhitch. The performance is pretty well matched to any EV truck out there. We're looking at 10 to 80 in about 40 minutes.
And that's literally almost identical what every other truck will do on the market.
Right.
And so, we still haven't seen like a crazy, amazing charging truck, but if you tow it with literally Silverado, Sierra, Cybertruck, Rivian, Lightning, whatever it might be, they're all 40 minutes, 10 to 80.
Yep.
And that is kind of the perfect timing for this right here. Now, how many kilowatts will this pull peak roughly?
For 155.
Oh, so it actually boogies along pretty good.
And it holds it for a while.
Okay, very cool. That's good to hear.
LFP pack.
Yeah, LFP loves to just charge deep, which is great.
Super flat tool till your high SOC.
And what voltage is the trailer running at?
It's a nominal 400 volt system. So it's in the mid to high 300s most of the time.
So you're going to be doing like 350 amps into the port, roughly.
Right.
Which means actually some of those new NACS extension cords, which haven't really been tested or approved yet, but some of them will actually pair perfectly for this application. Many of them are 350 amp nominal, or peak rating, I should say. Nominal and peak is how they rate them.
Yeah, so we're going to take a look at DC fast charging extension cords, and if they prove to be safe and reliable, then I think they could be a great unlock for some charging stations to reduce the likelihood of you having to unhitch. Yeah,
actually an interesting stat. I just towed with another Rivian, same spec as this basically, from here in Colorado to North Carolina to our new office.
Yeah,
so across the country. Didn't have to unhook once across the whole country.
Yep.
So infrastructure is getting so much better for towing.
Yep. Yeah, lots more pull-through stations, even double-stacked pull-through stations are cropping up with the Loves and Flying J's.
Yeah, the Flying J double stacker, that's perfect for this. Like you could literally Silverado EV port that right next to each other, you're ripping.
It's a return to tradition. If we have an EV, for all you EV charging infrastructure developers out there, just give me something laid out like an old gas station.
That's all we need.
It'll do great.
And everyone loves it.
Yeah.
Like no one complains about pull-throughs.
Yeah.
It's so good. Totally agree there.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the operation of this. I guess the next thing we need to experience is towing it.
Let's do it.
All right. So we'll jump in the Rivian and we've got just a little around town loop. But Ben, I really want to thank you for letting us be kind of the first on YouTube to tow with this. This is really exciting for us.
Well, I won't say the word that you'd have to censor, but you guys know your stuff.
Thank you.
Really happy to have you be the first.
Yeah, this is a big day. And Timon, you pumped for this?
Woohoo!
Hello and welcome to the inside of the Rivian R1T, where we will be towing the Lightship. What is the official name? AE1?
AE1. Yeah.
Is it AE1 or AE1?
We don't discriminate.
AE1.
AE1.
So just to prove to everyone that we are genuinely towing it, I can show you the rear camera, and there it is, hooked up. And we've got our bed cam to show how low it is. Again, keep in mind, I didn't actually mention it in the beginning of the video, but this expands into a full RV. You don't have to be a really short person to be inside of it. It's got nice tall ceilings. What we're going to do first, Ben had a great suggestion of towing it with the TrekDrive system off. That means the electrically disconnected permanent magnet motor just as a normal trailer. which actually is kind of representative because Lightship will offer a version in the future without the TrekDrive system. So if you have a diesel and you really don't care about the power or whatever, you'll be able to get a cheaper one without the battery systems. I think no matter what you're towing it with, get the TrekDrive. It's so cool. It's like that's the real unique selling point of this, in my opinion, other than the awesome interior and everything else. So we're going to tow it first without the TrekDrive, see how it feels, look at the sight lines. I tow with Rivians all the time, so I'm really looking forward to feeling how this performs. It should be great. And then what we'll do is we'll kick on the TrekDrive. We've got, is it Ben?
Ben, yeah. Ben Tood over here.
Okay, Ben's over here, and he's got the little computer to change all the modes of the Lightship. Of course, when serial production goes, I guess you do it on an iPad?
That's exactly what he's doing.
Oh, okay.
He has the Atlas tablet back there, and he'll kick it from storage mode, which is what it's in right now, so you'll just freewheel to road mode when we're ready, which activates TrekDrive.
And what does the trailer charge to, Ben? Percentage-wise, do you know?
As far as SOC, the battery cells, all the batteries are basically managed internally.
He's just saying what state of charge is it at right
Our
now?
state of charge is currently at 43%.
Okay, perfect. Very cool. The truck's at 73% state of charge. We're not doing any hardcore efficiency testing. This is really kind of an interesting concept because it's the first time I've towed anything with a trailer that is reducing its drag. And I guess the goal really would be to try to not make it feel weird. It should just feel natural.
Yeah,
That's
feel
what
better.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
Great. Well, that's what I'm looking forward to. So we've got it in freewheel mode. So let's head out of here. Check the truck settings really quick. Ben had a great point here to keep an eye on. Rivian will estimate the trailer weight based off of the drag of the truck. And so right now with the system off, we're going to see what it estimates. It's showing about 8,500 pounds right now, and which is equivalent to like a fully loaded, maxed out payload, everything, AE1. When we kick the TrekDrive on, it kind of fools the Rivian sensors and you'll see the weight drop. And that's how you really do know it's working. Of course, your efficiency will improve massively as well. Other than that, I'm just going to drive it in typical Rivian towing modes, and we'll keep it in soft ride feel, high regen, and ride height dropped 1 notch. So let's go have some fun, see how this thing tows. Should be great. First of all, in terms of mirrors and sight lines, the trailer is really not that wide. Like, I can easily see out of these mirrors. I just got a new trailer, and some of you may have seen some videos about it. It's so wide, I genuinely can't see out of the vehicle at all. And I gotta go full tow mirror situation. This is, I can just see the edge of the trailer from my driver position. I can even pull up, some of these cameras. You can see we're just a little bit wider than the Rivian, and probably on par with like a Sierra or Silverado. I guess we'll head out onto the main road this way. Initial feeling of towing it is really nice back there. Again, love the sight lines. The width is perfectly calculated, I think, for this style of truck. If I click my camera on, you can see we are perfect view of still retaining our blind spot view. A lot of trucks support this now. Cybertruck, Rivian, and the model year 26 Sierra and Silverados also have that function built into the main screen, which is super cool. Heading out on the road for the first time with the Lightship AE1. This is such a cool experience and a great opportunity, again, to kind of film the first tow of this unit. So I'm absolutely thrilled and loving how it's going so far. I mean, initial review is it hasn't fallen off the back of the truck. So
Yes.
Connection point, A+. Love to see that. Love this top-down view as well, where you can just see the connection point to the truck. Now, I did notice you had sort of an integrated trailer sway control bar system as well. Looked really nice with the trailer hitch. Is that something that will come included with the trailer, or you'll just recommend, or how will that work?
Yep. Every Cosmos vehicle, every Atmos vehicle will come with a weight distribution hitch that we've basically hand selected to work really well with TrekDrive. And we were saying off camera that we will keep expanding the types of weight distribution hitches that you can use with TrekDrive as the months go by.
Very cool. And in terms of braking on the axles, you've got dual individual axles. Is it single brake axle or both braked?
Friction brakes on both.
Okay. And are they self-adjusting friction brakes? Very
Yep.
cool. So you don't need to like burnish them in and then go in and adjust everything. Should be pretty good to roll.
Nope. Yeah. Self-adjusting drum brakes.
Wow. Look at all those chargers over there, guys. There's a bunch. That's pretty cool. Amazon warehouse for all the Rivian vans.
Yeah, we see them running all around.
Yeah, all
our
the
facility all day.
RCVs ripping around.
Yeah.
In terms of the brake booster setting that you have recommended here, we're running 6 out of 10. It's a pretty heavy trailer. That seems about right. Do you have any guidance what you would suggest to your customers to try out based off your experience?
Like you said, it really varies by truck. I think typically we sort of do it by feel with each truck. The advice that I have heard in the past, don't take this as law, but this is how I've done it, is to dial up the brake gain until you start to get some wheel lockup.
Yep.
Stopping hard from maybe 25 miles an hour, then dial it back 1 notch. And now you know you're going to be using the brakes on the trailer fully without overusing them.
Yep, totally, of course. And then I would imagine it's integrated nicely on your side with the electric motor regenning, and everything plays nice with each other.
Actually, what you'll feel today doesn't even have friction braking integrated into the trailer, so the regen that you'll get you'll feel it as you lift off, but once you hit the brake...
Should I go straight here?
You take a left here.
Take a left here.
Follow this Tacoma.
Got it.
So as you lift off in the Rivian, the TrekDrive system will begin regenning. Once you touch the brake on the Rivian, it will begin freewheel again, so it'll turn off drive on the trailer. One thing, this is one of the many features on the TrekDrive roadmap, is to begin doing friction brake blending as well, so you'll still have some TrekDrive regen even as you're getting on the friction brake.
This is something we get all the time.
Man.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
dude,
it's very
people
rewarding.
Must be blown away to see this thing going down the road.
When I tell you cannot get out of a parking lot, I mean it. We've probably been waylaid for over an hour before
I'm sure.
in a single space.
So, I mean, we've got the TrekDrive system off. Rivians have a ton of power, but I can tell we've got a trailer up there. I mean, we're going pretty high up on the power bar just to get up to speed. But overall, I mean, I would say stability of the trailer, the way it's loaded, you can tell it's a little bit heavy on the tongue weight, not out of spec, of course, but actually I felt enough over the bumps that I bumped the rear dampers up to a moderate just to kind of control that motion of the truck a bit. It's cool to have so many adjustments to suspension in something like a Rivian to really dial in that package. And that's something we'll play around with more, maybe trying when we get a test unit in a few months, trying every electric truck with this and seeing what settings feel about right. But Ben, I'd love to kick TrekDrive on. So now that we're at a stoplight, is that something we can do?
Absolutely.
Sure do.
We have an option for weight distribution hitch as well for those who choose not to tow with weight distribution. You can see in our UI it's in road mode. Electric drive is coming on.
Dude, I felt it. Oh, no way! What the heck?
That's right.
Whoa! All right, so I was pretty much constant throttle application, and it just felt like we got this really nice, smooth push from the rear. And it's not actually pushing us, it's just releasing the weight of the trailer, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow, that was such an interesting feeling. So to the viewers, I'll demonstrate it here again. What I'm going to do is I'll pull away from the stoplight with one constant throttle input. And you're going to watch the power output of the Rivian stay the same, but you'll see the speed increase. So here I am, I've selected this throttle application, my foot isn't moving. Here's about 15, 16, 17 miles an hour. And whoa, Timon, can you feel that back there?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's amazing, actually. It will take a little bit of, I assume, just getting used to it as the driver. You'll have to kind of back off a tiny bit once it kicks on. But the smoothness is insane.
Regen.
I love your reaction.
Yeah, that was amazing. Left here, Ben?
Take a left, yep.
Okay. So now we're in regen, and I can feel it pulling back on us even
And it
more
tells you how much it's regening.
Oh,
So when this goes blue, we can go here in a second here.
Yeah.
When this goes blue, it shows that there's actually power going into the battery system, and so you can actually see your regen kilowatts
That's so
as we're
cool.
decelerating.
I would crash because I'd be watching the screen. I'd be like, okay, how many kilowatts are we doing now? Wow.
With flip screens.
I've never had that experience ever to have two powertrains controlled by one accelerator pedal, essentially.
Yeah, right.
It makes me really want to put an extra powertrain in the back of my Nissan Leaf limo.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, plaid drivetrain in the rear of the Leaf Timon.
Absolutely.
I agree. Or maybe like a Hayabusa engine. I think that's sweet.
Too heavy.
Yeah, could be. It should be fine.
there's that Volkswagen Golf, that twin-engine Volkswagen Golf that has a motor in the front, motor in the back, four-wheel drive, independent four-wheel drive.
Absolutely. That's what we need, more of that. And that's essentially what we have here with this trailer. So super cool feeling. What I'm really impressed with, I know I've said it a few times, is you don't know the motor's on and boom, you get kicked in the back. It is just this perfect power ramp. I mean, no one ever gets power ramps correct, and that feed-in is picture perfect. So this will be interesting coming around the corner because we've got some vehicle motion happening here. Right. I'm going to get it to the point where it's starting to push us. You'll see it on the iPad, and it's completely stable even though we're rounding a corner.
Yep. It
just honestly, it feels like the truck lost 5,000 pounds of weight going around there, and we probably did. Let's take a look. Well, it's gone up.
Still needs to.
Yeah, it'll it might have driven, pretty far enough where this won't recalculate anymore. But anyway, that's something we'll keep an eye on. We should be able to actually reset that anyway.
So yeah, we're dropping off.
Yeah. So now, Scott, are we regenning?
Well,
Give me a second.
we're having some connection difficulties.
Oh, okay.
But we were. I saw it with my own eyes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, when it gets back and connected to the module in there, show the viewers that, and that way we can take a look. That was really cool.
That's something we've been working on a lot, is there's when you have the Atlas tablet in the truck cab, there's a lot of metal between us and the Wi-Fi point.
Yeah.
So we're working on ways to boost the signal.
Yeah. I guess in the trailer, you really would want a direct connection. It doesn't make sense to go cloud and then down into the iPad.
Right. We could do that, but for latency reasons, it's better to just directly connect this to the trailer feed.
And you'll also have all the backup cameras and all the other stuff tied into the iPad, which will be great to see.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do here is maybe try to confuse it a little bit. We're going to get it in a power ramp right there, and I'm going to snap off. Oh, really quick response to cutting the power.
Yeah.
Because that was one of my main concerns. I'm like, if you really get it pulling and then boom, pull the weight off, it cut off perfectly right back there. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's probably anyway, I think we're on like a
I can't help but laugh every time it happens.
It's fun.
It's unbelievable.
It's quite an addicting feeling. Yeah, it's.
I mean, we're actually accelerating like a Rivian normally would at that throttle input level.
You don't see the range has been climbing up on us.
Yeah, it's as it learns, it's like, oh, you can go farther now. That's awesome. So now under regen, I wonder how smooth it'll feel there. Oh yeah, you can definitely feel it kick in.
Yeah.
Once you come like halfway through the regen profile.
Yep.
It pulls on back, and that's not using friction brakes.
Nope. It's just pure both vehicles doing regen synchronized with each other.
And what are the do you do target power output or acceleration level, or how do you do it?
I mean, force is sort of the core thing to look at. So we're always trying to keep the force to be near zero between the truck and trailer, and so you can think of the trailer as just being a follower basically to the truck. Whatever it sees the truck do, it tries to mirror that.
What's amazing is we're going up a little bit of a grade. Look at how little power output we're doing on the Rivian right here, and we're maintaining speed up this grade.
You're also at 2.7 miles per kilowatt hour.
Going uphill now too. That's insane. Dude, it's like, don't pull out in front of us, motorcycle. It is really super smooth, and even coming off here, so if I go to a neutral position or even slight regen, for example, trailer should be off at the moment. I'm gonna kind of get on the throttle, not hard, but quick. So here we are, and then we'll feel the response time. Boom, there we go.
So cool.
Yeah, you saw it kick in.
Yeah, you can show the viewers that, Scott?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
It's so cool.
That is truly incredible.
What we'll do is we'll go straight through this light. It goes up over this crest, and there's a little downhill. We can get a little bit of regen.
Okay, very cool. I also think it goes to one lane up here, so we'll work on getting over here at some point. So I love that we've got, of course, lights all down the trailer for turn signal, and we've also got our blind spot monitoring here, which is wonderful as well. And we are going to appropriately change lanes. Thank you to this person for letting us over. Absolutely unbelievable driving this in traffic. It is game changing.
Yeah.
So there's the semi-truck trailer, Range Energy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Probably similar experience with semi-trucks doing something like this.
I would guess so. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they've really designed towards the kind of kingpin hitched semi-trailer, but not having compared notes too deeply with them. I would guess some of the fundamentals are the same.
Mm-hmm. So now we're coming down this hill. Scott, let's take a look to see what the trailer's doing. Are we rigid?
Now we are,
There we go.
right? When it's blue.
Yep.
How many kilowatts did we get?
Just hit 30 kilowatts.
Oh, dang, that's quite a bit.
Go up to 60 or 70.
So
Yep.
70 kilowatt regen?
Yeah.
Dude, that's way more than I was expecting.
Yeah.
And how much power output can it do on like a peak output?
About 80.
80 kilowatt peak, and then what do you think, 20, 30, just cruising?
Yeah. It's probably continuously you'll be doing, if you're cruising at highway speed, it's 15 to 20.
Okay, that's really not bad.
No, it's very little.
It's not bad at all. But I love that you get that little punch from the peak. All right, so here we go. Immediate stoplight. We've got a regen in. The truck is slowing down smooth. It's stopping straight. And honestly, we're even coming up short of the light. It's hard to gauge with
Yeah,
this.
that'll happen because now you've got 1.5 times the regen that you're used to just out of the truck.
Absolutely. Even when we pulled out of the shop, I had to go into friction brakes a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
And here I've just lifted off and we're boom, right down.
Yeah.
And I guess that also benefits you if you're towing with a diesel or gas. You actually get regen then.
Sure. If you have a traditional truck, your truck just became a hybrid truck.
Yeah, exactly.
As you're pulling, and every time you slow down, you're getting energy back into your Lightship.
Yeah, let's actually get a little bit of a higher regen situation here. I'm going to get us up to about this speed right here, which is comfortable,
This speed
55
being
miles an hour.
55.
You ready for a quick regen hit there, Scott?
Yeah.
Come smooth onto it.
All right. Here we are, rolling in. What do we get?
74.3.
Damn.
There you go.
Damn!
Heck up.
Yeah.
And we just are slowing down on a dive.
We can take a left here.
Oh, okay, sure thing.
Oh,
Okay.
big bump.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we'll
Big, huge bump.
go gentle over the bump. All good. Trailer's fine, actually. Hasn't fallen off yet.
No.
Built yourself a nice trailer there, dude.
It tows.
Wow, so that is an unbelievable experience.
What's that?
This is the future of trailering, Kyle. I don't think there's going to be a trailer built without a motor in 20 years.
Yeah, every trailer should just have this.
We agree.
Don't even build the ones without the motors. Just force people to get them.
Teach their own.
I guess you could also use it as like a tiny home. Like you
Yeah.
may not actually be.
Yeah, and it's such a multifunctional product that and we've built it to be modular in the sense that you can put stuff in or take it away. And so our thought is let's just make a version for everybody.
What I'd love to see is, once manufacturing increases, and we talked a lot about that in the previous video, once numbers really start to boogie, I'd love to see an automaker actually fully integrate with the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you would be willing to spend that much time doing it, but I think it would be so cool to be able to buy a Cybertruck, buy a Rivian, and have like an AE1 mode that then fully integrate, because right now we're using the force sensor and there is a lag time in terms of trailers got to figure out what you're doing and then smoothly ramp in, which is feeling pretty natural, and I'm already used to it after a few miles. But imagine if it was just instant.
I think there's a great opportunity to partner with various auto OEMs. This is the first trailer that is built on an automotive technological infrastructure or architecture, and so because it's a trailer that's built like a car, we can talk the talk with an automaker, and you can do some really cool pairings with it.
Yeah, that means all the ECUs, all the wiring, everything is the same. We got a Cybertruck over here. You can say hey.
Hey guys!
Hey,
what's up?
Kyle, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Good, I'm following your channel.
Thanks for watching. I really.
Your stuff.
Yeah, you'll see this on the YouTube in about 2 days. Dude, this is the coolest freaking thing. And you know what? The wheelbase is perfectly kind of almost centered in the trailer, so you probably don't get that much tail swing.
No, yeah, definitely.
And it just feels like a really easy to maneuver vehicle. You have to kind of design something like this where people of all different levels of comfort are actually towing with it.
Yep.
Folks that are used to towing big boys, and all the way down to, my mom, basically, who has never towed a trailer in her life. She could get in this, she can see the mirrors, and she'd be golden.
It is surprisingly accessible. Our kind of tagline is that it tows small and camps big. the toes small piece relates to size. You know, it is just pretty compact when you're pulling it for how long it is.
Yeah.
It also relates to the stability that you feel when you're pulling it, because it's only the height of the truck behind you, and because we've put so much work into making it this sleek aerodynamic shape. It means that it is not subject to heavy winds. So let's say you're going across Nevada.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah,
But
sure.
viewers, look at this. We're barely outputting power.
Yeah.
How many kilowatts is it doing pushing us up?
37 kilowatts currently.
Holy moly. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but this is amazing. Sorry, go right ahead. It's super easy to tow.
Basically, you can hit a crosswind, like a crazy crosswind going across Nevada or Wyoming, and again, it's super low profile. It's got the chamfered sides, and so it just doesn't get pulled around like a normal trailer would.
That's a great point. Truck comes by, you've got so much less,
It's-
side profile.
Yeah, battery in the floor, low center of gravity. The thing tows like a dream.
Wow.
I'd like to add earlier this year we took it to South by Southwest, drove it home through West Texas, 50 mile an hour side gusts, and it performed awesome. Like, it was crazy.
With one of these.
Yeah.
Oh, with a Rivian? Sick. That's awesome. Yeah, I really think there's something cool about this combo. Rivian towing this thing just looks right.
You want to throw your blinker on here at 1/60th? Yeah, take a left right
this
here.
is it here?
Yep.
Okay, cool. We will make a left, and I got that regen hit. I just keep stopping short. It's like when people drive an EV for the first time. They always come up way short, and here we are. Totally impressive work, guys. I mean, this is really, really mind-blowing. Timing, can you really tell when it's doing its thing?
Honestly, from back here, it seems like there's nothing behind us.
Yeah.
Besides, like, low speed, the cogging of Rivian, but other than that, it's really hard to tell that there's a trailer behind us.
I mean, it feels so good. Easy to tow. I mean, I'm taking corners way wider than I have to.
Oh,
This
yeah.
thing's not even that big. Holy smokes. And it's just like a race car. You get on the accelerator pedal and boom, you're right up to speed.
You'll get a little bit up this hill if you want to
Yeah.
give it a little juice as you go.
Little hit up this hill.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, we'll actually drop the speed of it. So we'll regen in, and then we'll get to about 20 miles an hour, which is right on that edge of where it likes to kick on. All right, y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
What's amazing is it's hard to tell if it's the truck or trailer because both are incredibly torquey.
Yeah.
It just feels right.
Yeah, you really notice it with a gas truck going on hills, because normally the transmission is searching and it's just really struggling to get up to speed.
Yeah, you
With
feel
this,
the
you basically fill in all of the torque curve.
yeah, that's actually a great point. Towing this with an electric truck is the worst demo you could possibly do because it's so incredibly perfect. You tow it with a V8 F-150.
Yeah.
Timing can straight pipe it for you.
Yeah.
You got to tow up I-70 at like 6,000 RPM versus like 2,500. That's going to be the difference.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be perfect for the mountain climbs. It's going to be perfect for all of that. So,
Yeah, I mean, think about a V6 full-size truck.
yep.
No problem.
Yeah, you can. Absolutely amazing. Fuel economy goes up. Stress on the vehicle goes down. Just awesome. So we're pretty much back to Lightship, guys. That was our first tow of the Lightship AE1. Having battery and motor integrated in a trailer that's universally adapted to any tow vehicle is, I really think, the coolest thing here. Obviously, there's so many other cool things about the trailer that we didn't even discuss. The integrated app to control the climate control and solar on the roof, and the list goes on and on. You'll actually get, if you're towing on a sunny day, about 30 miles more range just from the sun hitting the roof while towing.
Yep.
So you've got, couple thousand watts of solar basically on the roof. 1,800 watts, right?
Yep.
We could make like a 9-hour long video with this thing, and we plan to, as soon as the serial production units come, we can borrow one for a few days. We're going to do everything with it. It's so cool. Great first experience. Thank you, Ben and Ben. And really a big congratulations from our side. I am really blown away with how well it's tuned and how smooth it is.
Yeah, we have more than a few PhDs, literally, who have been doing a lot of the controls work and testing on this, and it shows. Those guys have, the whole team is just knocked it out of the park.
It kind of feels that way. And from our perspective as, independent reviewers, on paper, it's a great idea, like no question. But if it's implemented poorly, well, it could be like the worst towing experience ever. It really could have been bad. But you guys did your homework. You did the R&D. You can feel it as soon as you tow it. So I highly recommend anyone who gets the opportunity to come by when you have demo units one day, go for a drive, because it is absolutely crazy to experience this. Really nice work. So that's the end of the video. We've towed the Lightship AE1 for the first time. Scott, you're actually an avid tower. Sorry I didn't get your opinion in this.
It's okay.
What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I didn't drive it.
Okay, so it actually felt pretty natural from back there.
Yeah, you definitely felt a difference when you turned the TrekDrive on.
Yeah, and I'll turn into the next one down there.
But yeah, it was nice.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks y'all for watching. We'll see you on another one again soon. Bye-bye.